guys, today we're going to talk about 3 good books that feature nasty women. Thanks for joining. We're going to talk about 3 good books that feature nasty women at their core. These are the women who don't play nice. They don't try to mind their P's and Q's. They don't try to be proper upstanding ladies. They are willing to be nasty and mean and do what they need to do to get what they want. Ugh. They're kind of a force to be afraid of. The first one is kind of the gold standard of nasty women books, and it's one to which a lot of suspense books are compared to nowadays. And that, of course, is Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn. The nasty woman at the center of this book is Amy Dunn. Of course, her husband done her wrong, and she goes crazy trying to get him back. Now, I'm not going to go very deep into this book because for the maybe one person out there who hasn't read it yet, I don't want to spoil it. It's one of those books that to talk about it at all might be to spoil the story. So I'll just say she's a force. She's a force. And so now any woman that's flawed in any sort of book, the book gets compared to Gone Girl, which just grates on my nerves, but I will say that that's kind of the original that started the trend. Now, the whole thing, you'll notice there have been a lot of books that have come after that that have the word girl in the title. I think that it's kind of a juxtaposition that these aren't necessarily little girls to be taken care of and pampered and coddled. It's kind of an ironic moniker. They're not little girls, they're powerful, kind of scary women who have flaws. Number 2 is Fates and Furies by Lauren Groff. The nasty woman at the center of this one is named Mathilde. So we go through the first half of the book looking at a long-time marriage that spans more than 2 decades between Lotto and Mathilde. Even their names are kind of uppity and condescending, but we follow them for over 2 decades, and first we look at it through Lotto's point of view, and we kind of see this woman who's a little bit standoffish, but still very devoted and loving to her man. And then it switches and we see it through Mathilde's point of view. Woo! And we find out that she's not quite the doting, loving, soft woman that we thought she was. We kind of knew she was a little bit, there was probably a little bit more to her before, but then we find out there's a lot more to her. So Fates and Furies by Lauren Groff. The woman in that is something. I wouldn't say she's quite at the scary level that Amy Dunn from Gone Girl is, but then again, here I am doing the very thing that I hate people doing, comparing other books to Gone Girl, and that's not a fair comparison to make because Fates and Furies is not suspense, it's not a thriller in any way, it's more just contemporary literature that's looking at the mechanics of a long-time marriage. So, not really comparable characters, but still both kind of scary women. Number 3 is Luckiest Girl Alive by Jessica Knoll. This book features Ani Finelli, and she is the epitome of an unlikable protagonist. There's just not a lot to like about her. She diets herself to extremes. She harshly judges all the other women around her. She's kind of remade herself into a false version of herself just because she wants to be less of the Jersey girl that she is and more of this sleek, just high society woman. She's found the perfect guy who has the perfect bank account to be her fiance. She's just not likable. And then the story goes on and we find some more about her backstory and a really harrowing event that she went through. Because she's so unlikable, her part in that event continues almost up until the very end to be cast into doubt. I was wondering myself the whole time through, what is going on with this girl? What did she have to do with what happened? Because I spent the whole book not liking her. I thought that this thing that happened to her, she must have had a hand in it. But no, I mean, sometimes bad things happen to unlikable people, but that doesn't mean that they brought it about themselves. And I'm not going to say any more than that because then I would be spoiling the book. Even saying as much as I've just said, I may have given a little bit away, so darn. Sorry about that. I heard that Reese Witherspoon's production company picked up this book, Luckiest Girl Alive, to make into a movie. If so, I look forward to watching it. I bet it'll be good. Hopefully. I'm wondering who they'll get to play the main character. She has to be comfortable with not trying to vamp it up and be America's sweetheart in it. She has to be okay with being unlikable for the sake of her character. So I have high hopes. We'll see. Alright, so 3 books with 3 nasty women. Be afraid, be very afraid, or you will feel their wrath. Thanks. Let me know if you have any recommendations of your own. I appreciate you watching. I'll catch you next time. Bye.